everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Hololive is an agency under the umbrella of Cover Corporation. Hololive is the all-female branch or agency underneath Cover. Then they have Holo Stars and things like that. And Hololive has their own branches of JP, EN, ID, and Device. Today we're talking about Hololive English specifically, because Hololive English is holding auditions for virtual content creators. Could be your first step in chasing your dreams together with us. Since it is Hololive English specifically, they are looking for female or female presenting VTubers. I do not think they have anything against female presenting, so female or female presenting VTubers. And the auditions are audition.hololivepro.com/en. This is the next generation here. Notice, if you haven't already applied to Hololive Production with an audition prior to this post going up, no worries. Past talent applications received are also under review. We thank you for your interest. So this is nice. This is interesting. I did not expect that. If you had applied to Hololive English in the past, they are taking a look at everybody that didn't pass previous auditions and are going for this one. Although, I do recommend you go and make another one if you have something new to offer, if you think that the other one just wasn't good enough, if you have like a larger portfolio of what you can do now to show more of your experience, more of what you've done, more things like that. You've grown as a VTuber, whatever. You can do that because, of course, if you applied last year or last time they had it, you are going to grow as a VTuber. Things are going to change. So still go and put those things in. Reminder that it's open, right? Previous applicants still have to wait 3 months before reapplying. Asking for a friend that anyone else might be interested. We just updated the thread. Thanks for your question. So that's why they updated the thread, because this Dali person or people that add this question. Anyone, if you are within that 3-month window, though, if you're within that 3-month window that you can't reapply, they will be taking a look at your applications. If you're like a year ago and you can apply again with all the new information that you have. That's what I recommend. It says, I have an honest question. If someone applied a couple months ago, same thing here. They updated, applied before I do try again. Good luck to everyone. May we see you on the other side of the screen when time comes. Finally can apply. A stand-up comedian, anything like that. Hope my Germa 985 makes the cut. My Oshi Germa. Gen 5 is going to be the management. Super annoyed watching Advent and Justice flirt. Oh god, yeah. So it's gonna be some new stuff, and as always, we have the auditions here, as I mentioned, that have the Hololive stuff here, and all their stuff here. You know the requirements. You must be 18 or older. Nationality and gender of the applicant do not matter. Should have clear goals set in their minds. So they say nationality and gender of the applicant doesn't matter. Like I said, female presenting. And if you're male, you can go in there because they may be thinking of you later for Holo Stars, which is their male presenting side. So that is great. It is great to see. But one thing I did want to leave you with that I did not want to forget is Gigi Moodin says recruiting for League 5 stack. She's always thinking of League of Legends. She always wants to get that League of Legends player base. She's been trying for over several months at this point to try to get someone like Calli in there, but Calli has always denied it. For you, Gigi, I would play the cursed game. Put me in, coach. 5 members play League of Legends with Gigi Moodin of Hololive Justice. FW Hardstuck Gold, Nami mains that are in danger of demoting Silver 1 and Ah. Yeah, basically a lot of people are like, yep, there you go. It's fire. That's fire. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Good luck to every single person applying. I wish you all the best. Mori Calliope, as I have shown you guys before, she is this VTuber here. She is a part of Hololive English Myth. She is the Rapping Reaper of Hololive English Myth. Of the 3 girls that are still there, active at least, that are still there. Of course, Amelia Watson is still an affiliate, but is not directly, streaming as normal. What are we talking about? Again, this one. I wish that I didn't have more of this to tell you. I wish that there wasn't more crap to pop out. But when it comes to people spouting crap, that's what I mean. More people's crap to pop out when it comes to this. This is a wonderful opportunity that Calli got. She is all of her hard work, she sometimes works 18-hour days or more, all the hard work that she's done is culminating in something like this. This is one of her dreams, to actually have an original song be put into an anime, an original song be put into, in this case, having a extra song done during, I believe, a fight sequence, etc. She was, of course, very happy. The Rivals and Equals is being put in there. Of course, people come back here and are doing this based on a song she did, I think, over 10 years ago. And she disavowed that song. She, I believe, removed it from every streaming service. But people will not forget about that specific song. And, they also don't like the fact that VTubers are being involved in anime. But guess what? We came from anime. We're deeply, deeply entrenched in the anime culture. A lot of VTubers are, long-time anime lovers. But the main thing is, the whole VTuber culture came from anime culture, in my understanding at least. And of course, someone put down the lyrics of that song. As I mentioned last time, people just don't know what to do with themselves. Someone else said here, people hating on Mori for being queen of rap is crazy. You guys must be new. Rap is like a mountain, mostly black, but white at the top. Well, that's an interesting look at things. I guess in the background, I guess you would have that. The CEOs. I mean, you do have like Dr. Dre and others, Jay-Z. Well, I'm not gonna mention Diddy because you know what he did. Other black men and women as well at the top as well. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could. This is a bit of a meme thing there for that. But of course, people are still freaking out over the same thing. What I do want to show is a little bit of some new stuff that Rima did put out, though. It says, some antis and Gachiakuta fans are crashing out again over Mori Calliope's insert song at the latest episode's battle scene. The exact same thing happened back in early October when it was announced she'd be singing in the second Gachiakuta OP. These kinds of antis pop up every single time she drops a big project. I even have a whole video on my channel about why she has so many haters. The reasons are quite ridiculous, as we just saw. Personally, I think both songs are absolute bangers. Gachiakuta's entire music lineup has been on point so far. And this is not just her music, of course. This is the other songs that are involved in it. They are all bangers. Anyways, I'll drop the link to my video in the comments for anyone who wants to see. Right now, though, we're going to be focusing on this. The fact that we had experienced this twice. Watch my Trash Storm arc. Okay, Urana, Mori Calliope. Okay, no Urana. Oh, dear lordy, some people are calling it KKK Calliope. Being involved in such diverse manga is such a head scratcher, like how the F. Annoying that Urana is friends with her for some reason. Finding out that Calliope was almost, was racist, almost killed my Gachiakuta hyperfix, not gonna lie. Is Calliope problematic or something? I didn't know about her until this opening came out. Famously, these are all, of course, made up things. These three things, the fetish, the raps, and the N-word usage. Guess what? In rap, the N-word gets used a lot. It does get used a lot. The A, not the hard R, but the A stuff. It does get used a heck of a lot by everybody. White, black, everybody. So that is a part of the culture in rap. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it. I'll be honest, a lot of people don't like it, period, ever being used, but it is a part of rap culture. No, she isn't. Losers just keep trying to bring stuff up. She said ages ago with acting like an edgy teen, stuff she apologized for, and like I said, she removed from the internet. People will not let her forget about it. Honestly, couldn't care less. The past is the past. That's a good way of thinking. Y'all are some dumb effing idiots. This S she did 10 years ago, back when she was a dumb teenager. Get over it. Urana Sensei, you're an incredible manga. Please never do this BS again. Urana, please do whatever the heck you want, and do not let these people say anything about it. She just wants to make it clear that the manga reading is better experience. Please do not get this white demon out of my beautiful trash anime. We don't need people like you in the anime culture, honestly, because you destroy it. Honestly, I haven't heard much of them complain about it since the episode released. I see some admit that the insert song was pretty good. At this point, I think they're more pissed off that Calli made herself a success, despite their constant repetition of her mistakes, than the actual mistake themselves. Yeah, I think it's jealousy. A lot of it's jealousy. No matter how much they complain about her, they always end up hate watching her because, of course, that's how she keeps being successful, even though they keep mentioning her past mistakes. That's how they're always stuck in the past. Yeah, people are and always will be stuck in the past. You can see more and more and more and more people here. Signature of superiority, the fear of the might of the pink woman. People don't like what she forced, what's forced and fake. Talent as Calliope is. She's far from best singer musician. I mean, people can say she's not the best musician, but she is improving every single day. Holy moly, she works her ass off, and she is a good musician in my opinion. But for the people that say that she's not the best, You don't have to be the best to be amazing out there. And you have to, like, the improvement that she shows every single day and the hard work she puts in while being, in my opinion, amazing. It shows that she should be, at the very least, respected for what she does. But yeah, people are lazy and jealous, it does seem like. And, you know, I hate that she keeps getting this. I'm glad that she doesn't seem to let it faze her. And I'm glad that she gets these successes. And I hope that she keeps continuing to get more. Chibidoki is a female English VTuber who we are talking about today. She is the pink creature, the little gremlin, the little goblin, whatever you want to call her. She has a bit of an update about how she's been feeling recently. We're going to take a look here. It says, hey chat, I've been really avoiding taking care of myself for over a year now, which is never good. You're always supposed to take care of yourself first, especially as a VTuber, but that is something that we, of course, don't do. I always say, do as I say, not as I do, because I kind of have that same issue. I stream every single day, and I do all that kind of stuff. So I can definitely understand her, but she has even bigger worries because of, you know, way bigger streamer, etc. And I've been constant pain because of it, and she also has her medical issues that do cause her pain. I'm thinking about taking 3 to 4 days off a week instead of 2 for 2 weeks, for a few weeks, just so I can have a little time to recover. Of course, it's going to be okay. No, anyone who says, no, you know, you should keep streaming, blah, 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 is not really looking forward, not looking for the health of people. Really isn't doing anything great there. Of course, it all really depends on the person, on how much they can do. It says, I have the most amazing and lucky job in the world, and I know it might sound selfish because people go through so much worse. I'm just genuinely in pain all day now because of the streaming, talking too much, and I don't want to make it worse where I won't be able to stream anymore. The fact that it got to this point shows the dedication that she has to her craft, shows the dedication that she has to her community. But yes, any logical people in the community will be like, get a rest. And of course, as long as she needs it, she can take a couple weeks off even if she wants to, because her health is always first. Gura is a VTuber, a big VTuber, who joined Hololive along with Amelia Watson, Nina Mainanis, Takanashi Kiara, and Mori Calliope in order to make up a Hololive myth, Hololive EN myth. They were the breakout sensation. All of them did really well, but she just skyrocketed in popularity when she came out. She did eventually graduate from Hololive EN for various reasons. A lot of them were personal, not necessarily management related, but just more stress on her end. It was getting to a point where she couldn't take it anymore. So she became Sameko Saba. And Sameko Saba is an indie VTuber right now. She took off strong because a lot of people knew that she was, because of the hints she left behind, that she was Gura. She kind of knows what she's doing, but of course she has taken it a lot easier compared to how she was before. She's able to stream when she wants to, not have to do a lot of the quote-unquote homework that the corporate does and all those things. Why am I talking about her though? Why did I have that long intro? Just to give you guys a bit of background for what Rev is saying here. Revsaysdesu says, Gura was the peak of success of English VTubers and nothing, corporate or indie, will ever come close again. Now, she was a flash in the pan. She definitely was. And she was able to keep that growth going for quite a while. That brought its own set of horrors for her. That brought its own set of stress and problems for her. Not necessarily through, like I said, management, like I said before, but in general, just through her being, having these expectations put on her. And of course, people are like, some people just don't care. She was one that made VTubing popular in the English side. Hololive EN's debut, as well, is what made VTubing popular globally. Because Hololive knew how to take advantage of the growth and continue things forward. Now, there are going to be people who agree one way or the other. One of the people here, Donnie Darko, says Sameko Saba, the inheritor of the Stinky, will one day surpass Gura. Screen cap this post. And people are saying not so much. She already did because she isn't tied to anything and can do what she wants. That is a very good post because now she is free from, some people would call it the shackles, but from the responsibilities of a corporate lifestyle. You have certain expectations, certain sponsors, things like that. She can go at her pace right now. That's one of the big things. Although there are people that here doubt it. She no longer has the means or drive for when she was Gura, and VTubing is no longer the juggernaut it was before. It did die down a lot because when she came in, it was the height of VTubing during the pandemic. that pandemic that closed everything down, people had a lot of time. They wanted to distract themselves from the worries of the world, and they got to Gura and other people. They brought them a lot of joy, they brought communities a lot of joy, communities a lot of relaxation, and that is what matters. Randall Goes Where says, no way she will ever get that many subs. That was back when Hololive was peak. Plus, she doesn't have the company behind her to market it. Heck, the newer girls in the new generations, they are amazing, and they haven't been able to get that peak. So I don't think Samiko Saba is going to get the peak or even surpass Gura. Maybe at some point get to around half of what Gura was, but I don't think she's going to surpass her, at least not in the time span that she had as Gura, because number one, not everyone's going to switch over from Gura to Saba, and number two, I don't think she wants to. She's not doing that huge push of promotion. It's just the regular, VTubing and things like that. So when Hololive had it, they used their huge promotion machine to make her as big as they possibly could. She doesn't have that opportunity now, so it's a lot less likely that's going to happen. And that is just my take, though. You guys let me know your take down below, because I do want to hear about it. Mosobox is a producer and shipper of various VTuber goods. They are the ones who we're talking about right now. They're in the holiday season. The featured collections they have right now are Great Odago, Mint Phantom, Rene, and Snuffy, along with many, many others. Why am I talking about them specifically? Because on their Twitter, as I'm going to show you right here, they have a specific warehouse situation. They're being very open about it, which is what I do like. First, I want to apologize for the delays, all the delayed orders. This delay is not normal, and while there were external factors that caused issues, it's ultimately a fault with decisions I have made this year. The highest priority is getting orders out. So first, an estimate on every pending order in the system, and they have a spreadsheet there. This is not a 100% will mail by date. Some will head out earlier. I'm upset that I will have to send some after. These orders are in the system, but I understand that trust is broken on this, and if you want to refund, I will make sure you get your refund. If you wait for the estimated date and your order isn't shipped out, I am willing to refund your order and ship the item still. Not the current new pre-orders like Xenia, Nana, Tuin. Those ones are still in production. So everything already produced and everything already ready to ship. If it does not ship by the timetable they give you, they do want to make it right by making sure that you get it in one way or another. Artists and VTubers will retain their royalties in the event of any refund, as this is an issue on Mosobox's side. So they are going to eat any of the profit losses. So make replies to this on details on reasons for delays for those who will want to know. And says, forgot to mention that, but some orders will be mailed out partially. The remaining items in the order will head out, just trying to push stuff out to people. Going to be going over it a month-by-month basis. December 2024, initial plan was 1,000 plushies. They were produced and had an estimated mail date of February 20 to March 2025. Majority of the orders went out, but due to the warehouse, some orders were missed due to regional warehouse logic shipping, skipping orders, unfortunately. Mint plushies midstream have approved for pre-order. Production of more, exceeding the initial pre-order date, so they're going to be producing more stuff there, and the AX stuff as well, TwitchCon stuff as well. Any issues caused by Mint, this is a case of me saying I can handle it, then fumbling when convention season hit. January, and it keeps going through everything, all the things here, all the mistakes they made. They go through every single little bit where they talk about every single issue that they've had. And I do like that they're taking responsibility for this. That is what matters more. And here are the estimated shipping dates, as you can see here, of the things there. December 17th, all the shipping dates, you can check it out on the Twitter itself as well. So I'm glad that they're taking responsibility for this at least. Nintendo is the large game corporation that, of course, started out with me. I'd love to start a Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, but right now they have their Switch 2, and they are getting into a bit of drama with Pokopia, or Pokopia, whichever one you want to call it. They have caused an issue where they have gone back on a promise. Nintendo promised a while back that they were going to keep every single one of their first-party titles as a physical game cartridge, where the whole thing is on the game cartridge. Now, they've decided with Pokopia that they will have a game key card as the requirement, and with 10 gigabytes of space to install. You have to actually use the online services to download and install. This was something that they said only happens with third party, because the third party is the one who chooses to do that or not. That first party, it will always be the thing. Of course, a corporation will do what corporations do and try to minimize things. And also, Nintendo has kind of been pushing a bit, in my opinion, on trying to get rid of physical media, in doing a lot of Nintendo Online stuff, doing a lot of keycard stuff, especially with Nintendo Switch 2. That is basically destroying game preservation, in my opinion. Now, what is a game keycard? The game keycard is a physical card for game consoles that doesn't contain the game's data, but acts as a key to download and authenticate, basically like having a CD key or something like that. It from the internet. When the card is inserted for the first time, triggers a download for the full game from the eShop to the console system memory or an SD card. To play, the key card must be inserted each time, but at the initial download, an internet connection is not needed to play the game online. And we are continuing on with taking a look at here, which is something from IGN. Fans claim that broken promises after $7 Pokemon Pokopia confirmed as first Nintendo published game keycard. It says Pokemon will cost $70 and it'll be on game keycard. Following confirmation of the game's March 2026 release date earlier today, store pages for the highly anticipated Pokemon simulation game have now gone live. Its price status as a game keycard game. In the US, Pokopia is available on pre-order, $69.99 in Japan. Meanwhile, it costs 89.80 yen, same price as Mario Kart, 80 in the US. Other than that, Nintendo published titles such as Donkey Kong Bonanza and even Pokemon ZA. It's more than others, basically. The Pokopia, Nintendo's Japanese website specifically lists Pokopia's physical edition as a game keycard, and while the same information isn't shown in the US, Nintendo has simultaneously published a YouTube video instructing others on how to use game keycards in Nintendo Switch 2 work, which uses Pokemon Pokopia as an example. Keycards have proven controversial among Nintendo fans who dislike the fact that cartridges only contain a prompt to download the game rather than its full game data, means that you will need to connect to your Switch 2 online before buying the game, and then also need to wait for it to download. However, game keycard differ from digital downloads as they can still be resold or shared with others, just like a regular game cartridge. But the thing is, what happens when the server goes down? When the server goes down, you're screwed. You can have the game keycard all you like. But when Nintendo decides to remove things from their servers or remove things from their service, then you're screwed. You just have a small cartridge that is nothing but just a paperweight at that point. Nintendo previously stated that it has no plans to use game keycards for Nintendo developed titles. So that's something I said before. Something some fans today have pointed as a broken promise, but of course, Pokemon is not a solely Nintendo-owned franchise, and Nintendo does not develop Pokemon games. Since that said, Nintendo is publishing Pokemon Pokopia. This does appear to be the first Nintendo published game offered on a game keycard. If you let this happen, it's going to continue again. Every single game that they ever publish, it's going to be the same way. But this is also a game developed by Koei Tecmo, which last time we checked wasn't a Nintendo development studio. So they're using that that little thing to say, hey, we said third-party titles, it's still a third-party title. I don't know. For me, it doesn't hold any weight. Nintendo announced a new trailer for Pokemon Pokopia, will debut later on Thursday, etc. So let me take a look at what some people are saying here. I'm going to go on a limb and assume that like any other Pokemon titles, this is published by Pokemon Company and not Nintendo. Therefore, the Pokemon Company is being cheap on not wanting to pay for a cartridge, so they're going to sell it as a game keycard. A lot of you seem to forget the weird S that happens with the Pokemon Company in Nintendo and the ownership of the IP and publishing. There's a lot of weird S that goes on, so that doesn't necessarily shock me. TPC only publishes for Japanese market. Worldwide publisher is Nintendo. Wouldn't consider it to be a first-party game. Second party is a fan term for games like this. If Nintendo's not publishing, that's not a shock, but they are publishing it in the US, so still, it is a broken promise, in my opinion. That, again, is my opinion. Let me know down in the comments below, because I know you guys are passionate about gaming, such as I am. Strange to be honest, it doesn't feel like it's the type of game that would require more space to justify a game keycard. I mean, I'm not going to get the game anyways, nor do I actually have anything against the game keycards, like many other people, but still, it feels strange. That's the main thing. It just feels strange. I do hope it gets reversed, or at least the community shows them that, hey, this isn't the best thing to do. This isn't a great thing to do. Please change your ways. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTubers Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. The reason why I do this is simple. I want it to be a positive place for VTubing, a positive place for VTubers, a place where I can promote everybody. Now, today, we are going to be talking about Fuyumi, a dino VTuber, Rar, the cutest and smallest dinosaur idol. Filipino looks like, English as well. Let's take a look here. And it is cutest and smallest dinosaur VTuber ever, V Singer.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, 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 go. You ain't a fan of that? There's a lot of behind you.
I love this game, by the way. Left 4 Dead 2.
I like the card.
Reloading!
I believe you go. So many.
Yeah, it can be very chaotic. So it's always fun to watch. And here we have them on their YouTube side. where they have several covers because they are a V singer as well. Thank you so much for letting me showcase you on my channel, Fuyumi. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.